Right, we're back. About an hour and a quarter has passed. This is the dough. It's well and truly risen, so we're happy with that. It's more than doubled. Like I say, a little bit longer, not a problem at all. So we're just going to peel the plastic off. That came off easy enough. We oiled the bowl, so that's fine. Now this is kind of the only time we're going to think about using flour, because the shape we're going to shape now. So to stop things sticking, we're going to use a little bit of flour. I've got a flour shaker, but you do it by hand, to be fair. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to dust lightly. I don't want piles of the stuff. Just a bit like that. I normally just throw it, but you know, it looks a bit posh, doesn't it? Right, so tip it out. Here we go. It just takes a little bit of coaxing sometimes. Let's say it's oiled, so it will come out with just a bit of time. I'll coax it just for time purposes. So here we go. Remember I said stuck a little bit. Like I say, don't panic. It's a bit of dough. Scrape it off, stick it on. It's all good. Bit that's left. If you want to take the rest out of the bowl and get it on there, no problem at all. Remember I said earlier on, the dough has a top and a bottom. So the top is now underneath. I've moved that around, and what we're going to do is just move that in the flour. So essentially what we do is create a slidey surface. So I'm going to pull this down a little bit so you can see a bit better, if that is any better. Maybe, yeah. So what I'm going to do now is knock the air out. I'm creating like a rectangle. So like I say, however you want to do it, dimples, fingers, you know, don't be frightened of the dough. You're the boss. This is going to do what you're telling you. It's now stretchy, and I've created there just a rough rectangle. If you catch it looking sort of thing, yeah, no problem at all. Just going to dust a little bit under there. You'll see why in a second. And all I'm going to do now, we've stretched it out, knocked the air out, to redistribute the air, whatever, and we're going to roll it up like a Swiss roll. So starting this end or that end, doesn't matter. To be fair, most people start this end. What we're going to do is create a bit of tension, yeah. We're not tight, we're not stretching, but we're just going to kind of roll it. So we're pulling a little bit, rolling, pulling a little bit, rolling, and just pull, roll, like that, all the way like a sausage. And now, same as on the top, you can see there. If you want to, sometimes it's a little bit better. Just to tuck it in like that. All that does is it stops it unraveling. At this stage, we're just going to make sure the thing moves around again. Yeah, it's all good, no problems. And we're just going to knock that flat. Like I say, this is what I use for the bloomer. But kind of when you've been at the dough stage there, take it out. If you want to make buns, just weigh the dough. Divide by 12 and then weigh 12 equal portions and roll them into little balls. We'll do that in a different video because there's a little bit of technique with that, but nothing to worry about. Like I say, don't worry about the dough, don't worry, it's all good. And so we've created that, we've knocked it, and we're just going to fold, yeah, fold again, yeah, and created kind of a bit of a boat turn there, a bit of a boat fold. At which point we're going to knock it back down again. So all the time what we're kind of doing is we're creating a bit of tension in the dough. It's getting a little bit tighter. So that's what we need for the overall. And this is a key when you're making a bloomer. What I've found, like I say, I'm no expert. I'm just sharing today kind of what I've learned, what I've discovered on the way. The flatter, the floppier the bread is, it's just not going to rise. It's just going to spread more than rise. So the more tension you kind of create in at this point is going to be kind of what helps you at the end to get that particular rise. So it's all about the shaping. If you want it longer, pull it more that way. But I'm just going to kind of show you what I want to do with this. So get a bit more flour underneath. Again, just what's there really. I'll do it this way. I've turned it around it doesn't really matter. So it's that shape, and we're going to kind of roll it again. Yeah. So I've turned it, book turned that way, and now I'm going to kind of roll it on itself again like a Swiss roll. Not too tight, but you're creating some tension there, yeah. Now, once we've got that sausage shape, we're going to turn it over like that, and it's kind of sticking to itself, but I'm just going to help it along the way. I suppose this is how you do pasties, isn't it? You know, the crimping. And all you're doing is you're pretty much sticking it to itself there. So that's now the underneath, yeah. So we're going to turn it around, but just so it doesn't stick, I'm just going to get rid of that. And now it's too long. I've got the round edges there. So the other part of it, now we're going to do the final shaping. And I said before, a lot of people like tuck in like that. So I'm going to tuck in like that with my fingers, tuck in under that way, spin it around, tuck in that way. And you can see it's just now taking shape. And all we're doing is patting it to create like an even loaf. So you're in control of how you want it to look. So that for me is kind of, I'm happy with that. I've tucked in the ends like that. The seams underneath. It doesn't look very pretty, but you don't see it, do you? So it doesn't really matter. And to be fair, I'm just faffing about. I don't really need to do that. It was ready. It was ready 30 seconds ago. So that's kind of all you do. So that is ready for the proving. So I've just got a tray, a piece of grease proof. And I'm just going to, again, a little bit more flour on there. I'm putting it kind of diagonal because my tray is not very big. So, and I don't like having things too close to the edge when the oven's on, because it's not getting like kind of the direct heat on the sides and it's not browning unevenly. That's just put it on the side. And I'm just going to pick it up and I'm going to plop it on. So literally like a little baby, plop it on like that. And all we're going to do is just do a final little tidy up. A little tidy up, and with the tension being on there as it is, it should kind of come up and rise up over rather than that way. So I'm happy with that. So it's now going to get its proving. So this is the first where it doubles inside is resting. Now you always call that proving, to be fair, but the experts call it resting. So whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter as long as it's doing its thing. And this is the proving. So it's rested, now it's proving, and that'll double in size, and that'll take about 30 to 45 minutes ish. If it goes a little bit longer, it's not really gonna hurt. If it over proves, that's where you leave it way too long and you press it, it doesn't bounce back, it kind of collapses on itself. It's kind of lost its rise, and it's knackered when it gets to that stage, to be fair. So all I'm going to do now is just give it a little dusting over the top of the flour, just a tiny bit, and that's just going to stop the cling film, which I hate, from sticking. So if I can do this without cutting my fingers, it's always like razor sharp, that edge, honestly, it's a nightmare. So cling film up over the top, and not like you need to know to put cling film on. I've just kind of filled in time to be able to do that. And that's it, 30-45 minutes, and we'll see you then. And I've got a little remote somewhere. Oh, there it is. So the good thing about this one, last time I made bread with one hand, and because I was filming with the other hand. So I've got my new camera now. Well, new stand for the camera. So I'll see you in about half an hour, and we'll have a look and slash it and bake it, and all is good. See you for now.